Someone just asked me the other day, how do you tell if a third party, meaning another investor, placed an offer on a property at the foreclosure auction? Well, it's pretty simple, and I'm going to show you 3 things to look for in this quick video. So we're going to jump on our county website here for the auction calendar. This is the same website that every county in the state of Florida uses, and actually the state of Colorado uses. So every county in Florida is going to be very, very similar to this one. Each county has their different little twerk, so make sure and do a little bit of research, read up on this website for whatever county you're going to be buying or investing in, because it's kind of important to know the little differences from what I might show you from my counties. But all you want to do is Google the county foreclosure auction. One of the top links is going to be that county's website. It's pretty easy to find. I'm going to go in mine. I'm going to go back a couple months here to November and start there. And we're going to start out with the easiest one, third party bidder. You know exactly who got it. The plaintiff or the bank did not win it. It's going normally to an investor. They had to bid $180,100. Remember, this figure is always going to be in increments of $100. Never ever see anything but $100. And that's kind of important for something I'm going to show you here in a minute. So they had to bid, if you wanted to win it, you would have to go on 180, 200. Okay? Anybody that would have bid that would have won it instead of this buyer. So we know somebody had 180 even. With this system, you can set up proxy bids. You can go in and tell it what you want to bid, as high as you want to go, and it will do from the highest other offer, $100 increments, all the way up to either you meet your bid amount or you get the property. Do notice that this maximum bid for the plaintiff was 180, so you know that if you were trying to get this property and you wanted to be as cheap as possible to get it, the minimum you would have had to bid would have been 180, 100, and this is what this third party did to get it. The final judgment amount was 198, so the final judgment amount was much higher than the plaintiff's max bid. And this is something you don't see very often. Normally it's going to look like this one here in the bottom, 167 plus 1, then it comes to 175, and this is because of interest. You got to remember, the final judgment amount is based on a date, and this date is recorded normally several months or longer. I've seen them much, much longer from the date it's actually foreclosed on. So there's interest and other things that they're allowed to charge on top of that. That's why most of the time you're going to see a larger plaintiff maximum bid amount. This right here normally could be a big sign of a property has issues, like damage issues or something. Okay, so that's the easiest one. It's going to say third party and show you what they paid. Okay, here's the next one, plaintiff. So we know this one went back to the plaintiff, which is the bank. That's the one that's doing the lawsuit against the homeowner for not making the payments. They had to pay $246,000 to get this property back. This tells me right there that there were other people that were bidding on this property. This is how you know. If there's a dollar amount right here, compared to what I'm going to show you in a second, you know the plaintiff had to bid this amount to get the property back. Okay, now their max bid was hidden, but the final judgment amount was $334. So typically, if the property is not in bad shape, like from a drive-by valuation they have done, if it's not in bad shape, they're normally going to go and get their final judgment amount normally. So this tells me somebody was just throwing in bids. They had to pay $246,000 to get the property back. Now, a couple of things real quick. They're not going to actually transfer this money. This money is not going to really change hands because they're the plaintiff and they're getting it back anyway. But they are going to have to pay fees, and they're going to have to pay deed doc stamp tax, which is the transfer tax here in the state of Florida. Remember, Florida has no income tax, so one of the ways the state makes money is by taxing all the sale of real estate. So they're going to have to pay whatever, $24.60 times 0.7 just in the deed doc stamps. And if nobody else bid on that, they would not be paying that extra tax. So it's just something that whenever you see this, you just know that they got hit in their pocket a little bit extra with that tax. All right, that's 2 of them. Let me show you the last one because this one's important. Okay, right here, plaintiff, $100. Remember, these are only done in increments of $100. The least amount they can show on here is $100, and that's the way that this county does it. So this tells me that there was no other bids. Okay, because remember when this was plaintiff and there was a dollar amount and this one's $100, this tells you right here that no other party bid on this property. If you see plaintiff and a dollar amount, you know that their release were low offers put in the system that maybe somebody was trying to steal the property. And you can do that. As long as you have the deposit amount, in the count to bid, you can bid on however you want to, and you can do all low balls. I mean, you'll see some of these if you go through them where it was, kind of amazing what they actually got the property for. But you don't always know the condition. Okay, that's it. 3 different things to look for if you want to know how to tell if someone else or a third party placed an offer on a property at the foreclosure auction. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks again. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave comments or questions. I'll be glad to answer them. As always, thank you and have a great day.